Hello everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of My Player Career Mode. A bit different today, however, because we're calling this episode number 1 of the new series. Now, in case you've missed any of the 20 episodes that we've uploaded already in My Player Career Mode this year, let me catch you up to speed. So, unfortunately, there was a bug in this year's game which caused your skill moves to get reset. So, if I show you it on the save that we've been playing for you here on YouTube, we are still with the 0-star skill moves bug. Now, EA went out, made a patch, they said they fixed it. Turns out they fixed it, but only for new games, as we ran a test to see when I started a new save if it would have the same problem, and it was actually okay. There was no issue. My skill moves didn't get reset even after completing the accomplishments. So I gave you guys the opportunity to have your say on what you felt we should do moving forward. Should we continue the series that we were running here on YouTube with no skill moves, meaning all I could do was sort of pass, shoot, that kind of thing. Effectively meant we could never complete all of the accomplishments in the ball skills section, and we just wouldn't be able to access even drag backs and fake shots and that type of thing. Or should we restart the series, as we were only 21 episodes in, just over 2 seasons? Well, at the end of season 2 we got to. And 84% of you decided you wanted to see us restart the series. So I guess today, as we start off the first episode of the new series, I'll still keep the last 21 episodes that we actually uploaded of the series on the channel, but we will call it a beta save, if you will, and we will move forward into our new save. And I will show you the team we are going to be going with in that new My Player Career Mode series in just a few moments when it does start. But to sign it off then, I just wanted to show you very quickly our current stats from our beta save. We played 76 games, we got 41 goals, 34 assists. We did not pick up a single trophy in our first 2 seasons as a player in this beta save. So I hope it doesn't happen the same way with the new series that we are starting off today. But I thought I should just explain that before we jump into our new My Player Career Mode. So, without further ado, let's get started with episode 1 of the new series. Hopefully you guys are excited. I'll see you all in a second for the team reveal. And the team who we will be starting off this new My Player Career Mode journey is none other than Bolton Wanderers. You might have seen this on the thumbnail. It depends if I've chosen to go with them on the thumbnail or not for this first episode. But yeah, Bolton Wanderers. We joined the club as I think like the 7th highest rated player. For a bit of background, they're playing League 1 football at the moment, and they've had a tough time of things recently in real life. So I've decided that I'm going to try and help them get back to the Premier League in FIFA. I can't help them do that in real life because I'm not quite good enough to play for Bolton, but I can do it in the game. So that is going to be the first goal set for us. Can we help Bolton back to the Prem? However, I don't want to be staying here for long term. So if we fail to do that after about 3 or 4 seasons, I'd say 3 max. So that's kind of like back-to-back promotions, or back to then staying in the championship to then getting another promotion. Then we'd probably look to move on. So if we hit sort of like 80 rated, then we're playing championship football. It's a good idea potentially for us to go. But yeah, I wanted to try and get Bolton back to the Premier League and give them something to shout about in essence. And I looked around. I didn't really feel like joining another, big club like we did at the start of Dortmund and going straight into Champions League football. I wanted the challenge of playing some lower league football. It's one of my most favourite parts in any series, like the Road to Glory career mode. When I do that, I really enjoy the aspect of playing lower league football, and I thought, let's bring it back for the My Player Career Mode. So the way this first episode is going to run is I will show you highlights from our first 3 games of the season, goals only in this one though, just to kind of get us through, and then we'll play a couple of live games in there as well. I do mention this later on, but I do plan on kind of getting back to 2 seasons in as quickly as possible, so I'm going to be playing 5 or 6 games an episode, with a few post-com games in there just to condense the highlights, meaning that we don't end up with like 50-minute plus episodes, because that would just be way too long. So you should still at least see 2 live games an episode, even maybe 3, depending on how things go. I am going to try and get through a month in each episode as well, so we can get back to where we were previously just after 2 seasons in. And who knows, maybe after those 2 seasons, Bolton will be playing Premier League football. But to talk quickly then about these highlights in the off-game bit, I completely breeze through that first game. We won it by 2-0 and had a fantastic performance as well. I believe we got 2 assists in that game, and it was just really, really good to see us playing some nice football, because when I came into this, I was thinking to myself, maybe we'll struggle a little bit. Didn't seem to be the case. We were playing on ultimate difficulty, and things were going well. We were playing some really nice stuff. The football was free-flowing, as I describe it, and I do describe it like that later on as well. And I didn't actually realise how good we were in these 2 games, because we were 2-0 up in our second game against Coventry here after half an hour. I took the corner as well, and that's one thing I want to see us doing more, is getting the opportunity to take the set pieces a bit more, because I feel like in the My Player Career mode, you never really get the opportunity to take free kicks and corner kicks and such, unless you sort of get to late game and your stats are really good. So I wanted that opportunity as well to kind of take a few more set pieces, see what we can do with them, and who knows, maybe down the line we'll become somewhat of a set piece specialist. But this third goal, I did nothing in. Like, it was just Bolton creating the opportunity, making the move. I played no part. Bridcut was the man to finish it off, and it was a really good finish as well. So 3-0 up for Bolton, but looking at it, this is where I kind of thought to myself, yeah, we're going to have a good time of things, and maybe I looked into that a little bit too quickly, because Coventry got a goal back. It was only going to be a consolation in the game. 19 minutes to play, a nice finish at the back post. There was time, actually, though, as well, for one more goal in the game. Thankfully, it came our way, because it would have made it a very nervy ending had it have gone Coventry's way. As we got into the box, I believe we just play this across the face of goal. There is the ball back from Bridcut towards Dodu, and he smashes home to make it 4-1 Bolton. Really good stuff, right? We were enjoying this. It was going really well. 6 points from 6. We were tearing teams apart in the early stage, and then we had a wake-up call, because after this, we took on Tranmere, and let's just say, didn't go as I planned it to. But full time here, that was the confirmation of the victory. I've also decided as well, before we show you the highlights from the Tranmere game, to not play any of the cup games unless there is a big gap between them. For some reason, whenever you play on a weekend, if you have a midweek game and then playing that as well, your fitness levels just don't get back to the same level they should be at. So for any cup games, unless I really want to, i.e. FA Cups, should we get quite far into them, for the first sort of this season, I won't be playing them until we have that second win trait, because it gives you so much stamina back from a game that I feel like you just need it in order to be playing on a Saturday and then a Wednesday or a Thursday night. So we'll focus on those cup games later on in the series. But like I mentioned, Tranmere up next. Feeling good after the first 2 games. We were dominant in those games, and I can't even say that we deserve to get anything out of this game. The opening half an hour was all Tranmere. They had chance after chance, and eventually we were made to pay. They took the lead after 39 minutes and doubled their advantage in the second half after 52 minutes. A great cross into the box was met well by, I think, Ferrier, and he headed home. So we were 2-0 down, and I was scratching my head a little bit as to what on earth was going on, because after the first 2 games, we were so good, and I thought, yeah, this is going to be fun. And then we played Tranmere, we lost 2-0, and as I show you the match facts coming out of this game, Tranmere had 10 shots, 7 on target. We had 0. We didn't even register a single shot during the 90 minutes of play. So that was a little bit of a wake-up call coming out of this game. We started off really well, and then this happened. So maybe it won't be as easy as I first thought trying to get Bolton out of League One. And with that, that brings our post-com section to a close. I will see you for the live com in just a second. 2 wins and 1 defeat from our opening 3 games here in League One with Bolton. I was about to say, what a start we've had to life. And then Tranmere decided to spoil the early party, I guess you can say. Where are Tranmere right now? Are they above us in the league? No, they're 9th. That was their 2nd win this season. A very, very good result for them. However, we take on Doncaster next. And frustratingly, I'm not quite fit enough to play the game. I ran my socks off against Tranmere. And so, as you can see by my fitness level there, I could probably get away with about 45 minutes against Doncaster, but I'd rather be like fully fit for other games. So I'm going to go ahead and sim this game. We are at home, so hopefully we can get a result. Let's find out as we skip the days. And then after that, we'll take on Ipswich and Gillingham, and that will be today's episode done with. So Doncaster was a 3-0 win. You love to see it. Another 3 points on the board. Up next is Ipswich, and then we'll end off the day with Gillingham, and then following on from that, we'll try and go on a month-by-month basis. So I'm going to try and play at least 5 or 6 games an episode now until we can catch up to where we were in the previous My Player Career mode. So end of Season 2 is where we were. So I'm going to try and play at least 5 or 6 games per episode to try and catch up a bit quicker than the usual 3 that we were playing. Of course, that means we will have about 2 or 3 that will be post-com, like condensed highlights, if you will. And then I'll still give you at least 2 or 3 as live as well. So let's head off into our next game of the day. Ipswich at home. 38 minutes into the game, and neither side have started this game off particularly strong, but we're looking for our first chance, and I give away the ball really cheaply. Comparing this to how we started off our first 2 games here at Bolton, we had free-flowing football on the lockdown, but right now, we look like we're out of our ideas. As that ball through to us will work its way through. Now's a chance for an opportunity. I wanted too much time on the ball that I wasn't going to get, and it's a wasted opportunity. Like I said, free-flowing football in the opening 2 games here at Bolton. Now, we're looking a little bit out of ideas, and that has to be said for both teams. Ipswich not being really good at all either. As you can see, another misplaced pass in the game. So yeah, a lot of mistakes from both teams in this opening 45. I'm sure we'll hopefully see it kind of fizzle out in the second half, but the way it's gone in that first half, I can see a dull 0-0 draw written all over this. Here is Norwood, off towards Downs, back to Norwood. Norwood through for Nolan. Nolan off to Kenlock. Kenlock's ball back post is for Keane. And Matthews has pulled off a very, very good save. That is the first opportunity of the match. And what a great chance it was for Ipswich. Matthews with a left hand there stops it from going in at his near post. And that was a really nice Ipswich move as well. Here is Crawford. Crawford's ball through is found us really well. There's the shot. The goalkeeper will save it. I didn't get it in the corner, so it was pretty much straight at him. Another opportunity now then, as we fake and get in towards the box. Great move, and we deserve that finish after the skill. It's our first Bolton goal, and what a moment to get it in. Step overs to beat the defender around him, and then the finish off the inside of the post. Bolton 1, Ipswich 0. A goal that didn't seem like it was going to come our way during this game has now happened, and it's taken a lot of individual ability there for us to find that goal. Like I said, we've been out of ideas, been out of plans really for the game, so I genuinely didn't see a way we were going to score. But we found it, and we've had to dig deep and find that goal. Now, the question is, can we keep hold of this lead? Wilson's crossing towards the box. We've won the first header, but Norwood challenges for the second. And a ball trickles into the hands of Matthews, and we are into injury time. Have a look at my stamina bar, guys. I am empty. Ran all over the place today as well to find this victory, and hopefully we keep hold of it. Roberts with an effort late on. Again, Matthews has it, and there's full time. Bolton 1, Ipswich 0. For a game that I described at half-time as having a dull 0-0 result written all over it. We found the goal, we got the 3 points. Back to winning ways as well. I don't know what my fitness is going to be like for the next game, so we'll have to wait and see, but I ran my socks off there. Gillingham up next for us, and we're back into the team with full fitness as well, going into this game away from home, looking for another 3 points. I'm not sure if this will be the final game of today, or if we'll play one more after this. We'll see what happens during the game, but there's the team. Let's head into game and see if there's another 3 points in the bag for us. I might have to come up with the goods later on in the game, you know, find that goal to win us it, but I'm happy doing that if necessary. What I don't want to happen is us get promoted straight into the championship and then find that we are sort of lower tier championship side and be like that for the next couple of seasons, because that will just be ages. I really want to try and get Bolton back to the big league as early as possible. So here is Lee off towards Hanlon, and it's a free shot which Hanlon will accept as he fires Gillingham 1-0 in front. With a very good finish. I have to give him credit. That is a fantastic finish. But he had all the time in the world to think about it. He actually ended up taking it first time. Didn't even take a touch, Hanlon. But yeah, look at the space that he's in. It's not good defensively by Bolton at all. A lot of credit goes the other way as well, though, because there was a run off the ball. I don't quite know who made it. That then opened the space for Hanlon. But that's a very, very good finish. And frustratingly, we're behind here against Gillingham away from home. Here is Murphy, does well to keep hold of it. Now Buckley, we need a chance here for Bolton. Buckley's ball towards the back post. Politic just about keeps it in play. Tries to put it back, and there was Tucker for Gillingham to put it behind for a corner ball, Bolton. Good reply and answer for us, though, so far. The chance is there. Zuma flicks it on, and Fuller is the man to put it behind. Gillingham under a little bit of pressure here. It's good pressure as well. We need to find the goal at the end of it, though. Hanlon on the left-hand side sends the cross in. There's the header. And it's straight at Matthews. And Gillingham waste the opportunity to go 2-0 in front. Right now, we just can't seem to find a way forward as we've lost possession again so cheaply. Look at my stamina again. It's actually a joke how quickly your stamina levels drop in this game. I've never known it be this fast before. I'm not even holding down sprint that much either. Ball over the top from Bridcut. It's won by Earl. Earl flicking on towards Buckley. Buckley inside to Murphy. Back towards Earl. Earl sends the early cross in, and Gillingham should clear away. Who's going to pick up the pieces, though? Bridcut has it. Finds the header towards us. Not the best header in the world, but we're still looking to make the chance happen. Working the way through. Is there a cross at the end of this? Fuller blocks the first one. We've still got it. Referee! What? Earl still has it. There's the shot. And it's straight into the hands of Bonham. And that's now 7 minutes injury time we've played. But there was a lot going on there in the penalty area. And I don't know how they got away with that, Gillingham. Anyways, 1-0 at half-time. We need an answer in the second half. Otherwise, we're going to fall to a defeat. Burns ball towards Hanlon. Hanlon allowed to take it round his man too easily. And Matthews has made a great stop. Otherwise, that's Hanlon's second goal of the game. And he deserved it as well for the touch there. See you later, mate. And then the shot came in. Matthews gets down well with a save. But it's looking likely that Gillingham are the next team to score, really. That's a poor corner which we might be able to profit from. But where do we go with this ball, really? I'm just trying to keep hold of this. There's just no pass on. Here is Lowe. Lowe's ball through towards us. We've got one opportunity and we're not going to find it. There's the full-time whistle. Gillingham 1, Bolton 0. This goal might be a lot harder than I first thought. From the opening 2 games, I was thinking we will stomp this League One. And from the back end of today, I'm not so sure anymore. Because, yeah, we won the last game, but for large parts of it, we were poor. And we had to come up with the goods. Today, we offered nothing against Gillingham. I believe earlier on as well in the Tranmere defeat, was it? We had 0 shots. They had like 10, 7 on target. So, yeah, we've either been dominating a game like we were in the earlier stage, or we've just not played very well at all. And again, we are defeated, having not done too much. That is where we will leave today's episode then, my friends. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. We are sat in 6th place in League One. 4 wins, 2 defeats from our opening 6 games here with Bolton. As I mentioned, the goal earlier is to try and help them back to the Premier League. And then once that is done, I guess we'll see what we can do moving forward. Maybe we'll stay with Bolton and try and help them into the Champions League. Maybe we'll go elsewhere. There is a lot to do in my player career mode, and I enjoy the journey. I do get that it was a bit frustrating for us to have to restart the series, but at the end of the day, there was nothing we could have done. We did not expect the bug that was in the game from EA, so I completely apologise for that. But I did give you guys the opportunity to vote on that poll, and you overwhelmingly said that you wanted to see us restart the series. So hopefully, if you were against us restarting, you can still support the series. If we can try and hit as many likes as we possibly can. I'm not going to set a like target today because at the end of the day, you know, we are into FIFA now. And I do appreciate that this first episode, if you can call it that, of this series is probably not going to do as well as the first episode actually did when the game initially dropped. But any support that you guys show is fantastic anyway. So a massive thank you for that as always. We will continue on with another episode tomorrow for you all on the Sunday to try and get through these seasons a bit quicker. I will try my hardest as well to try and get this out daily for the next sort of week or so to try and help us catch up to where we were. So yeah, if you could hit the like button for that as well, that would be massive. Today, we end off on, I think, 69 rated. Yeah, no, 70 rated. So we've gone up by 3 overalls in this first episode alone. But the early overalls is where you grow very, very quickly. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. 5-star skills as well. Fingers crossed you don't get hit with a bug. I ran a test, as I said before. No problems. So please don't do it to me now, EA. But yeah, hopefully you're excited for the journey of us here with Bolton. I will see you all tomorrow for that next episode. Until then, have a great Saturday evening. I'll catch you again tomorrow. Adios!